Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Foocast. My name is Finn and today I am joined by Robert.
Greetings.
Robert, how are you today, my friend?
I'm good.
I'm also very good. I've just been downstairs watching the Mortal Kombat movie and I had to turn it off halfway through because I was like, we're going to talk about two very mediocre Bad Batch episodes, so... yeah.
As you do. Yeah.
As we do. You know, there's more important things, you know, in the world. But anyways, Bad Batch. Okay, it's getting to the point where... it's like, what, are we 11 episodes in and I'm still trying to justify...
yeah.
I'm still trying to justify the existence of this show, which is very sad.
Yeah. So indeed, especially since I was really excited for it.
I was so
and to get
excited
to this
for
point
this.
And be not as happy with the quality of the show.
Yeah. It's
sad.
Yeah.
Think about.
It's really sad. It's just... well, I mean, we've got the occasional bangers and stuff. It's like we'd get, like, really good episode, mediocre, really good episode, mediocre. It's like, out of the 11 so far, we've got, like, 5 really good ones, and the rest are just,
Yeah, just kind of,
yeah.
Kind of pointless. Didn't need it.
Yeah, it's, did you want to get straight into and talk about, is it episode 10?
Which one was episode 10 again? Was that what happened in episode 10?
The one with the go to the separatist planet.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
What do you think about that one? I haven't actually spoken to you much about these two episodes. It's interesting.
Wasted potential. Like, they go to a separatist homeworld. Like, the clones go to a separatist homeworld where the ideology is challenged, except not really.
Yeah.
At no point did the clones, like, especially Echo, not question anything.
Well,
you just kind of, I don't want to help separatists. Now, at the end of the episode, like, come on, separatist guy, we have to go now.
Well,
I'm like, that was lame.
At the very start, like, Hunter was just like, well, Sid, they're separatists, and Sid's just like, I don't care, go do it, and Hunter's like, okay.
Yeah, fine.
He's all okay, but do you want us to go help our enemies that we've literally the sole reason why we are born? Yeah, okay, yeah. What do you guys think? Yeah, let's go do it.
Yeah. That was a good time, yeah.
I do like jolly good time, fellows.
Jolly good time, fellows.
I do like how Echo's actually speaking up about it.
Yeah, I like that. At least Echo was saying some shit, like, why he was against it.
Yeah.
But he never said, but nothing else happened beyond that.
Yeah.
It was just at the beginning, he was against it, and at the end, he didn't really care.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what? Nothing happened in between.
I know.
There was no scene where he was talking to, like, the separatist leader. Like, do you remember, I don't know if you watched the episode or not, but when, in the Clone Wars episode, no, not this episode.
Oh, okay,
but,
yeah. Proceed.
Yeah, like, in Clone Wars, when Ahsoka meets Lux Bonteri, who's a separatist, and they actually have a clash of ideologies. And Ahsoka's talking about, well, you're the separatists, you're the bad guys. And he talks about, well, from my point of view, the Republic are the bad guys. And she's like, oh, why? And I thought, well, my dad was at a separatist camp when clones came in and killed all the people there. I'm like, that's interesting. That's good conflict, a good clash of ideologies. But nothing like that happened in this episode. Yeah. All that happened was, the separatist guy saved the clones by smashing a vase on a clone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and even with that, nothing happened.
Yeah. I go. That's a great point to bring up, actually. You know, this is the reason why I bring you on here. You know, because I see that the best arcs, right? But you know, like every little square inch, little detail, every little nook and cranny of everything in the Clone Wars, and I think the standouts for me in this episode was I did like the fights, as in like the going from. Is it ATST? No. What's it called?
Oh, yeah. I forgot the actual names.
Rhino
Walkers.
I know what
you're on
about. Let's call them Rhino Walkers. Yeah, the big Rhino Walker thingies. Like, they were going from, like, each one to each one, and they were ziplining and then... I thought that was really cool. That made the episode for me, but everything else just felt sort of just... you know.
Okay, this episode, I feel, well, with story, I think needed 3 episodes.
Yeah.
You have to this first episode be about getting to a separatist guy, and then getting out of the city. And then the second episode is kind of like the slowdown, right?
Yeah.
You have like, the on the run from the Empire in this area. And then you actually have, that's when you have the clash of ideologies. Yeah. You have the clones and the separatist guy talking about their views in war. And at the end, you kind of have this understanding. In the third episode, it's about getting him off planet and getting back to Sid.
Yeah.
But it felt like it was too much to cram into a 22-minute episode. And in the end, it just felt rushed and unearned.
Yeah, it's disappointing the fact that we're just getting rescue missions and side plots that could have potential, but they just sort of, they say like a quick one-liner and leave it.
Yeah,
you know,
I get
we're getting to that point where it's like 11 episodes in out of 16, and that's basically all we've had.
Yeah.
You know, it's...
I definitely think Dave Filoni's strong suit is when he does story arcs.
Yeah, or
yeah. I've noticed all them good stories are either a finale, the premiere, or the story arcs. Like, even in Clone Wars, the single story episodes were not terrible, but not great.
Yeah.
But the story arcs are really where his storytelling shines.
Yeah.
And it's kind of disappointing he hasn't followed through with that for this series.
Yeah, I think we should have got some sort of mini story arc. Like, I'd love to have a little arc with Echo, or a little arc with, you know, just something to just freshen up a bit, because when you get to the point where it's a side mission every week and you know it's not going to go anywhere, there's not really any point of watching it because it doesn't go anywhere.
I've seen people as well make the argument, because like, obviously you and me don't think the episodes are really filler, we just think they're kind of lackluster. But I think they've been making the argument about like, oh well, that's kind of the same with Clone Wars. With Clone Wars, that never really out or anything. But I feel like the difference between the Clone Wars and the Bad Batch is the Clone Wars was called the Clone Wars, which means that it's about that time period.
Yeah.
And the characters in it. Whereas this is called the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Which means it's about these specific characters.
Yeah, we need a reason for a show to be about. Think about it, right? You know the very early seasons of Clone Wars, like Season 1 and like early Season 2 days, where it was just clones going on little missions and stuff like that, where like, you know, Season 1 it'd be like, yo, let's go have a big droid battle, and then starts of Season 3 it'll be stuff just like, oh no, I accidentally just blew up a camp full of children, for example, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, Bad Batch seems very Season 1, Season 2 Clone Wars adventure types, and we've already got that, so why do we need more of that?
Yeah, I get you.
I really just thought about that.
Yeah, I've actually never really thought about that. Now you bring up, it's actually a good point.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really improved upon what came before, I feel like.
Yeah.
It is, like, with Rebels, I can understand that show's existence, you know? But with this, it feels odd.
Yeah. Well, Rebels, Season 1, I don't think I'd ever return to Season 1 of Rebels. I think, there's a lot of in Season 1, there's a lot of in Season 2, but the finale is amazing. I love all of Season 3 and I love all of Season 4 of Rebels, right? So Rebels has improved, right? And then they use Season 7 of Clone Wars to sort of improve Clone Wars, even though I didn't really need much improving anyway, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Bad Batch just sort of this is basically the opportunity to be like, alright, we've got the technology to make kick-ass, amazing, fluent animations with so much good storytelling now, and they did nothing with it.
Yeah, it's just kind of the same.
Yeah.
But in a bad way.
It's sad because...
Reminds me of the third episode.
Hello? Still there?
They break out, nothing happens, and then they end in prison.
Oh wait, say that again, you cut out for a sec.
No, I was saying now, like, it reminds me of the arc in Season 7 of Clone Wars with Mortez sisters. But do you know how, like, the third episode of that arc starts with them in prison, they escape.
Yeah.
Then throughout they do nothing, then they end in prison again.
Yeah.
And it's like, what happened? No progress was made.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of, okay, this episode kind of breaks the sort of, like, really solid episodes we've had in a row. It's like, you know, we got the Cad Bane episode where we first showed up was a kick-ass episode, and then the episode after that was really good, but Omega just got taken, and then where she's back, it's like, oh, that could have gone somewhere interesting, but it's just, she's gone and now she's back.
Yeah.
You know, it's
There's no really real suspense or tension because of that as well.
Yeah. Another thing that makes me upset, because I rewatched this episode at the start of today, right? And I still can't find a lot of things to talk about.
I know.
It's just sort of an episode where you've got decent moments, and then in between it's just, you know? If I was gonna describe Bad Batch in one word, it would be,
Yeah.
No, not
Yeah.
just, You know, just, that's how I feel about it.
I completely understand you.
It's just, another thing, right? Okay, I need to get this off my chest. The whole Omega thing, right? You know, we've seen a lot of, like, things in Star Wars and just other media where it's like you got a bunch of badass characters and you've got like a little kid who's very special and you got to take care of him, right? While what they're doing as Omega is fine, and it's not really anything new with that type of storytelling with that, it's just very basic and it's just okay. But why is it needed in this show at all?
I get you.
It's like, say for example, the entire Siege of Mandalore arc, and out of nowhere Ahsoka just had to take care of a small child, right? It would be like, okay, but why is that needed in this whole thing? And that's how I feel about it.
I get you.
Yeah.
Because, like, at the beginning, it seemed like Omega was going to be super important, but the show hasn't really made that a focal point. Like, it barely comes up.
Yeah.
Except for getting kidnapped, like, once.
Yeah, it's like this.
It's kind of like...
Yeah.
It's kind of like... I feel like Omega is like a walking plot device.
Yeah.
But a bad one.
Mrs. MacGuffin. That's what I'm going to refer to her from now on.
Yeah.
It's also, last episode, it was just like, oh, she has phase 1 DNA. While that's cool, it's not anything like, no way, oh my god, it's just, okay.
So are you telling me she has the same DNA as Boba Fett?
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I can't believe that.
So it's cool, but at the same time it's like...
Yeah.
Okay.
They could have done a lot of interesting stuff with the Empire and the clones, and it's just... You know, like...
I feel like we need another show to explore the rise of the Empire.
Yeah, it's just, we could have had a really interesting thing with clones being replaced and all their entire servers just being, oh, we don't need you anymore. Because that's kind of happens in the real world as well. They could do something like that, which they could still do, but they could do a whole... more episodes, a lot more interesting things about it, you know?
Yeah.
The thing
Star Wars...
Yeah.
It's like, Star Wars that's best when it mimics real life events, in a way.
Yeah.
Like, The Mandalorian is kind of like your Western cowboy, and the prequels are like, well, the war movies, pretty much. This, I can't figure out where it fits.
It's just, it's Rebels with more people behind it and higher budget.
Yeah.
That's basically what
I
it
also
is.
wanted to bring up Omega thing, because something really bugged me in this episode with regarding Omega.
Go on, then.
So when Hunter and Tech are sneaking around that place, and you know when Hunter looks back and goes, Tech Omega, you go around, do this, and Tech's like, you mean just me, sir? But Omega's not here, and Hunter's like, oh, yeah. That really bothered me.
Yeah.
Because I felt like it was unearned. Like, Omega wasn't dead, she wasn't kidnapped, she didn't leave you, you just told her to stay behind.
Yeah.
So that whole scene of, oh, yeah, I'm just too used to her being here, it's not, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I don't think it fit that at all.
Well, it could be like he missed Omega and stuff, but it wasn't a reason to be there. You know, like, if Omega was kidnapped, then fine, but you know that she's safe. And something else that bugged me about this episode, right? They had an opportunity to be like, Omega, you stay here, and that would be a reason to let her out the episode to focus on, like, separatist and, like, ideology of just, like, wait a minute, so there's no bad people in this war, it's just different sides and different opinions and stuff. But no, they've got to have Omega just, let's
play chess, man.
let's play some chess. But she had, like, that didn't need to be in there. You know, it's like Omega doesn't. She's not an irritating character. It's just when she's on screen, it's just like we know this isn't going to go anywhere. So why is it here?
Yeah, all it seemed served as well was to get rid of the debt, which I completely forgot about anyway.
Yeah,
like, I don't remember them being in debt for anything.
Yeah, I think they were in debt because
she was able to do that.
Yeah, they were in debt because
they spent too much budget on the anime.
Yeah, and Wrecker brought too much popcorn or some shit.
Yeah. I can't really remember what else happened that episode.
Yeah, same. It's just a very forgettable episode.
Something Stuart brought up at the beginning of the episode when it started that would have been really interesting to bring up is that the Separatist capital had more diverse alien races than the Republic capital did. The Republic you just like on Coruscant you mainly see humans and that's it.
Yeah.
But on Maxis, it was mainly like it was diverse.
Yeah.
Like we were actually coexisting together, and that could have been a cool point to bring up, but no. No.
Yeah.
Let's forgot about all the nuance of the Star Wars universe.
It's like I spoke to you guys about this the other day, and I'm gonna say it again if anyone else is listening. It's like I know that a lot of my friends, you included, I know you guys aren't keen on Rebels, right? But like they didn't do a lot with any of the characters really in 1 and 2, but I love Season 3, I love Season 4. One of my favourite animated Star Wars episodes has got to be Trials of the Darksaber, because it's just... It's such a solid, fantastic episode. I think it's about 23 minutes long, because I would know that, for some reason. And Sabine has more character development in that 23 minutes than any of the Bad Batch members have had in 11 episodes.
Yeah, that's really saying something.
And I'm not
I know
kidding.
people will probably say, like, oh, well, hopefully we can get more seasons to can explore the characters then.
Yeah.
But for me, that's not good enough.
That's not an... Yeah.
Like, that's not an excuse. Like, no, these characters exist now.
Yeah.
In the first season. Develop them then.
The show's gonna have a few more seasons, which it's not even confirmed, it's just speculating. Yeah, that's fine if they don't give them any development whatsoever. Actually, no, give them development now, because it's a crucial part in their lives, and it's just like, let's go on some adventures, Get out of my face.
Let's do it, let's have a jolly good time.
It's just, Dave Filoni does some, like... I don't hate the guy.
Yeah.
He does some amazing work, he's such a talented individual, he's probably one of the best, like, Star Wars storytellers.
No doubt that.
Yeah. He's done some incredible stuff, and he's done some very questionable stuff.
Yeah, I think people often forget that.
Yeah, it's like, for example, I've said this before, Mandalorian Season 1 Episode 5, he did a really bad episode. That was his first time in live action, and I'll give him some slack off that, but it wasn't a great episode. Fast forward to Episode 5 of Season 2, and that has got to be one of the best Star Wars anything I've ever seen, and he made it, and it's fantastic. I've watched the episode loads of times. It's A+. It's basically flawless, that episode. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And another reason, it's like Siege of Mandalore. Fantastic. Sublime. A+. Masterpiece. And then you've got Bad Batch. So how do you go from one level of storytelling to this?
Yeah. It's it's like one of those charts you get when it goes up, then down, then up, then down, then up, then down.
Yeah.
I know what it's like with Filoni's work a bit. Like, if you get up in a great trajectory, and it kind of drops.
It's sad, because I expected so much more from Siege of Mandalore. No, not Siege of Mandalore, Bad Batch. No, after Siege of Mandalore, that's meant. I'm so sorry, Siege of Mandalore, I didn't mean to offend you, I love you so much. But it's just... Imagine watching Endgame, and be like, that was amazing, what's next? And then you watch Black Widow. Yeah. I watched Black Widow, by the way. Spoiler alert. I did actually. I quite enjoyed it. I think it was just not amazing. It was just okay. 6 out of 10. But we'll do a review of that very soon. But do you know what I mean? It's like my expectations.
I'm going to you cut out for me during that, so I don't know what you said.
Oh really? Wait. Where did I lose you?
You said I enjoyed Black Widow.
Oh yeah. It's like, I enjoyed Black Widow. I gave it like probably 6 out of 10. It's not the worst thing, it's not the best thing, but it's just a movie. But imagine watching Endgame and then going straight to Black Widow. It's probably a bad example, but do you know what I mean? It's just... I was set up for so much, and then, I
yeah.
It's just... Yeah.
Just going off on a tangent a bit, I gave the movie a 7, but it's a good movie, but shit villains. With, like, no motivation.
I don't actually mind Taskmaster, to be fair.
I didn't like Dreykov at all.
Oh, Dreykov was awful. Dreykov was trash. Absolute, like, it's basically, alright, quick, we need to make a version of Kingpin, but we have about, we've got about 5 minutes, quick, write something.
It's especially insane, considering...
Oh, he's cut out. Robert?
Oh, I said it's upsetting, especially since Dreykov was mentioned in the first Avengers movie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But anyway, back to Bad Batch.
Yeah, back to Bad Batch. I don't really have much more to say about this episode. It's just very bland, very forgettable. I thought we were moving out of this phase, guys. Come on.
Finn?
Yeah?
Oh.
Sorry, you say something you might have cut out then. I don't know what the hell's going on with Discord.
Oh. Yeah, you've been cutting out for me a few times.
Hang on, I'll unplug the mic and I'll put it back in.
Alright.
How's that?
Yeah, sounds better.
Sounds better, yeah? So yeah, I don't really have much to say about this episode. It's just very bland. A few okay moments, I guess. There's nothing to, oh my god, this happened, I can't believe that happened. So yeah, it's just, that's all I've got to say about it, really. It's just disappointing. Got nothing really more else to say about it. Decent fights. I like how they were stunning clones instead of killing them after learning about the chips, but it's just, you know, nothing to really write home about.
Yeah. Oh, Stuart pointed something out as well.
Go on.
That didn't really bother me at first, but the more I heard it, the more it bothered me. But he said that the separatist leader dude and the the Imperial woman, like the Admiral person.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that the voice acting was a bit questionable in him, which I didn't notice at first, but after he pointed it out, I realised, and we both came to a conclusion that he sounded like two fans of Star Wars that were given him a chance to voice act in Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Like, it was just strange.
Yeah. Oh my, dude. Okay. Sorry to just interrupt you there, but oh my god, my friend just messaged me saying, "Will you be an actor for my short film?" Let's go, dude. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm very happy now. Okay. Did you want to move on to episode 11? Is it 11?
Yes. Now, before we get started, I want to say,
go on.
While Star Wars is in a connected universe, I do not believe that every character that's ever been in Star Wars ever needs to appear and interact with the Bad Batch at some point.
It's like, you know that thing in Rogue One where they bump into those two guys from the cantina from A New Hope, where it doesn't I was in the cinema just like, okay, and
like, this doesn't add anything.
And it's the equivalent.
It didn't add anything to the characters at all.
I know.
Like,
it's
not. I have more questions now.
Yeah.
Like, are you telling me Rex, Hera, and Kanan all met the Bad Batch, and not once did they ever come up?
Yeah.
Like, not once did, especially with Kanan and Hera.
Yeah. Well, I was actually, I didn't think this episode was too bad. I thought it was good at the least.
Yeah.
It was
a good episode.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it explored the Empire, taking over, civilization.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do have problems with the way it happened, since the Empire weren't shown to be threatening at all.
Mm.
They were just kind of there like, oh hey, remember how we helped join the war? And you wanted us to leave after? Well, yeah, we're staying anyway.
Yeah.
But I do feel like the Twilight's reason for wanting to attack them was a bit lame.
Yeah. What you just said...
Because I'm there like...
Yeah.
Because like, during the Clone Wars, my last biggest problem was that they constantly got attacked.
Yeah.
Like, constantly.
Mm.
And you're telling me the one time the people that helped you in that war are like, okay, we're going to stay here, make sure you, like, survive. Obviously, we know that's not what the Empire want.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking about an in-universe reasoning.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just kind of like, you're fucking stupid. And the uncle is a shitty person.
Yeah.
Of a child.
I know.
Like, nearly get killed.
Me. Like, as soon as this episode started, I saw those, like, weird, like, what are they, Twi'leks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, is that Hera's dad? And then they mentioned Hera, and I was just like, oh, that's pretty cool that she's getting mentioned. Obviously, it just cuts to Hera, and I'm like, oh, and that's Chopper.
But I know it's Hera, just because of the dad. I'm like, I recognise that bitch.
Yeah, I was expecting her to show up as, like, a minor role, but no, she got, like, full-on front center everything in this episode. It's weird seeing Chopper in, like, Clone Wars animation.
I know. It's weird seeing any Rebels character in Clone Wars animation.
Yeah, I didn't think it was too bad. It was cool seeing a child's point of view on stuff.
Yeah. And I might be like a bit okay with her being this just because I do feel like she's going to come back into it somehow. Like,
yeah.
Probably next episode, hopefully.
Yeah, plus I love Hera, she's amazing. I really dig Hera.
Yeah. I don't like a child, so just child's disgusting.
Oh yeah, her child's weird.
And levels.
Yeah, her child's hair looks like baby food. Because I hate her child.
I don't get why they made that choice.
I
imagine a Twi'lek.
Imagine a
human have a baby.
Imagine a human.
What do we get?
With like weird or like tentacle things. I mean, obviously they've got those between humans' legs, but I'm on about on the head.
Yeah. It's just strange. It's like, oh yeah, so Twi'lek and a human have sex. The only difference is that when they have a child, the hair colour is different.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
Whoa. It's like if in Avatar 2 they had a human mate with one of those weird blue Smurf people. It's like it was just like a human that was born but with blue hair. It's like that, isn't it? But yeah, I didn't think this episode was too bad. It was cool seeing like the Empire back. It was cool seeing Cross take off his helmet. He's got a weird tumor looking thing on his head. Oh, Robert just left the Discord. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, you just probably
cut out again.
Oh dear, what a shame.
Yeah.
I was saying that
I had to leave.
I was saying that Crosshair's head is all messed up.
Yeah.
It just looked cool though, to be fair.
He does.
Man got fried.
I feel like Crosshair's being neglected.
Yeah, he has been, like, so much. Like, episode 3 was amazing. Probably one of my favourite scenes in Star Wars, actually, of Jim just, you know...
Yeah, I'm sure could have benefited from the villain's perspective.
Yeah.
Like, all Test versus Crosshair still remember the Bad Batch. He's like on the marketing material.
Yeah.
In his actual Bad Batch get-up. So I feel like we should have had a few episodes following Crosshairs in the Empire. And seeing their rise to power, seeing how they treat people. But he just feels like a fucking side character. And not even a side character, he just feels like a generic clone.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
I get what
Crosshairs
you mean.
is like, probably one of the most trained and skilled fighters in the Empire. And it's just kind of like this guy that's in the background.
Yeah, it's sort of like a callous, or just that main agent that follows people around, does a mission, fails the mission, goes back, I failed the mission, I'm not happy with you, next episode. Vin Diesel's apparently in Clone Wars now for some reason.
It's all about family.
It's all about family.
I'm just like, oh my god, thank you, Vin Diesel.
Thank you, Vin Diesel, for being Vin Diesel.
No, family.
Imagine if, like, Vin Diesel were, like, he's in Clone Wars, but he just speaks gibberish, and you need subtitles to understand him. No, it'd be funny.
The subtitles him as just a family man.
No, it'd be funny if he does speak, like, plain English, but, like, it still has subtitles anyway.
Oh, like that one episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with, that one dude that was just speaking English, but because Americans don't understand the accent, they just have, like, fucking subtitles underneath.
Really?
Yeah, I remember someone telling me about that. That's fucking weird.
That is stupid, considering they literally speak our language.
Yeah.
They use our language to... It's like if someone was speaking Spanish and they use Spanish subtitles. I can't understand Spanish, but if I read it on paper,
yeah.
I can. But yeah, they could have done way more. They could have done loads more with Cross. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna, at the very end, like second to last episode, he's gonna get his chip taken out. He's gonna be like, "I'm so sorry," and then he's just gonna redeem himself by dying or something.
Because we've been shown Cross as like dealing with the fact that he's had to leave his brothers, even though he's under mind control of the chip.
Yeah.
But I feel like we need to actually explore what Crosshair has been doing. Like, we've got that epic scene of him ordering his troops to burn people alive. And then we just don't follow up with that.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why have we not followed up with what Crosshair and his, like, little die troopers have been doing?
Well, we need to focus on Omega and friends.
Oh, that's true. We need to focus on the characters that haven't really had an impact on anything yet.
I will say, this is probably the only Bad Batch episode that feels like a Clone Wars episode in the style that it is.
I get you, yeah.
And I'm
it feels like one of those episodes where this leads into the Republic coming into it.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm.
Which I did like. But it's kind of funny that the Bad Batch cameoed in their own show.
To be fair, I'm actually, like, happy that they sort of just, you know, like, it was fine them showing up as, like, a cameo. Yeah, I thought it was cool to have, like, an episode that focuses on other things.
Yeah. I'm mixed on it, to be honest.
I guarantee what this episode would have been.
I think...
If it would have been just... Yeah, go on.
Oh, no, you continue first, I'll say after.
Okay, I guarantee this episode, the first thing they came up with would have been like, oh, we need to deliver some weapons to Ryloth. And then, like, Filoni's just like, oh, put Ryloth in, that'll be a cool reference. They go down and there'll be, like, Child Hera and Chopper for a scene, and then they go off, and then it's the end of the episode. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was going to be, but go on.
I get you. I was going to say that I have mixed feelings from the Bad Batch not being in the episode that much. I both like it and don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it because it's called the Bad Batch and the Bad Batch were barely fucking in it. But I also like it because we get to see it from this civilian's perspective without these trained, essentially super soldiers.
Yeah.
Being in the way.
Mm.
But I think the reason I also don't like it is because the Bad Batch are very underdeveloped, I feel like. So I'm on the side of like, oh, yeah. We barely get any more development for them, and now they're just not in an episode.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
They have had, like, zero development, dude. Like, they just gave up with anything character development-wise after the Wrecker trying to murder his friends episode. Which would be funny if that's what it was actually called.
Even that doesn't seem to affect any of them.
Yeah. Well, I did think that was its Bad Batch best episode, and that's probably the only episode I'd probably come straight back to. You know, if I'm having my lunch one day, I'd be like, what should I put on? I'll put on that one Bad Batch episode, yeah, but it's cool seeing Hera and Chopper and, like, where Hera's been up to, and, like, I did actually really like the colours used in this episode, you know. I saw a picture of Ryloth back in Season 1, and it looked like it looked like the Windows XP loading screen. And, Ryloth is just greens, blues, oranges. It looked amazing. I love that Hera was sort of lying down. You know, like she was trying to do that thing with the hand in the sky because she wanted to go flying. That made me happy. Yeah. That made me happy.
So, I'm cool with her being this because it seems plot related and it makes sense. But I'm also kind of just getting sick of cameos.
Yeah.
Just being everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, Rex makes sense. Hera sort of makes sense. Kanan was just pointless.
Cad Bane, okay.
Cad Bane's like, okay. Could have done more with him, but okay.
Yeah. I get what you
mean. Even the Mandalorian, I was sick of the cameos a bit. I'm just like, okay, Bo-Katan, Boba Fett, makes sense. Why is Ahsoka here? I mean, it's cool seeing in live action and all.
Yeah.
But I really don't care.
I think that's the reason why everyone was so pumped, because it was people seeing these characters in live action.
Yeah, for me that's not enough.
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, I need more of a reason for him to be there other than I want to see my favourite cartoon character in live action.
I personally loved every single character, like, cameo in Mando. I think Mando Season 2 it's gotta be, it's either that or Empire Strikes Back, and Siege of Mandalore has gotta be, like, they're all basically almost flawless. They're all basically just insanely good. You know, I just...
Like, I liked Bo-Katan and Boba Fett. I even like Cobb Vanth. Like, I really like Cobb Vanth.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, I hope to see fucking more of him.
Mm-hmm.
I just wasn't too keen on Ahsoka being there.
Yeah. I personally...
Or Luke, to be honest.
I loved Luke, and I think Ahsoka has got to be my favourite Mandalorian episode ever, because what you're saying, you're not sure if you don't like Ahsoka being in there, that's completely fine. Okay, I'm completely cool with that, but I think it's because they literally made Marvels? No, I almost said Marvels then. It's basically Star Wars 7 Samurai, and I love the movie 7 Samurai. It's basically 7 Samurai Kill Bull. I need to stop speaking.
Kill Bull?
It's basically Star Wars meets 7 Samurai and Kill Bill, but instead of samurais, it's Jedi. and they're basically exploring the fact that there's like this wanderer in the woods and it's a Jedi and it's this lost warrior, and that's why I loved it so much. It was the visuals, dude. Oh, I get giddy to say.
Yeah, I don't know. It was definitely cool seeing her.
Yeah.
But for me, I remember after the episode finished, I was there like, I feel like if you replaced Ahsoka with just another Jedi, it's the same story. Like, Ahsoka herself doesn't change what happened.
Yeah.
Except outside of the line of, oh, we're sworn. Which really just led up to nothing in that show.
I feel like if it was any other Jedi, people would be like, oh, why couldn't I just put Ahsoka in this?
Yeah, maybe.
I get what you mean. But yeah, back on Bad Batch for a second. I did like some of the combat and stuff at the end, like fights. It wasn't anything amazing. It was just... I like the Hera stuff. That was fun. Like, it was inevitable that...
But Uncle is just an asshole, though.
He's an idiot. He's an absolute flipping...
Like, I fully blame the Twi'leks for what happened. Well, I should say the Uncle side of the Twi'leks.
Yeah.
Because, like, they legitimized the Empire's occupation of their planet. Like, in full intents and purposes, Hera and the Uncle did commit treason.
Yeah.
Like, they're denying that, and I'm like, you legitimize the Empire's claim, their unlawful claim to your planet. Probably a bad idea.
Yeah. Crosshair was a sly little boy this episode.
He was.
It was cool seeing him this episode, to be fair. You know, the stuff that he had, like, assassinated that big blue bastard at the end. I don't know his canonical name, but that's just what I call him. Big blue bastard.
Oh, the big blue man.
Yeah.
It was attempted assassination. You know, the bullet went through his head.
Uh-huh.
Apparently he survived. And I'm like, how?
Yeah, he didn't... Yeah, how the hell... What? How? Really? No, I'm pretty sure he's dead. That man dead.
No, because the Imperial dude is like, oh, whatever your name is, Mr. Sanduda bitch, you're under arrest for the attempted assassination of Bruban.
Uh-huh.
And I believe in the episode at some point it shows him, like, moving on a, I don't know what it's called, but I think it's like a thing that the ambulance, ambulance, when they come to get you in ambulance. Yeah, I think so. It's like a bed that they put on you to put on the ambulance,
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember seeing that. I just remember me still where, like, what do you mean attempted murder? He got shot on the head.
Yeah, attempted
by a
murder.
laser.
Dude's, like, on the floor, bleeding out. You know.
Oh, I'm dead! Did it all go through my head?
You're being arrested of the attempted murder of this corpse right here. No, I'll tell you why. Dead. I'll tell you why he only got attempted murder. Because he's white.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's blue and he's got white. I just said it.
That's not me being racist though. That's just, you know, if
the Empire is America.
No, if Rylock was in America, you know, that's how it would be.
Yeah.
that's. I'm not wrong there. To be fair. Well, what else was I gonna say?
Oh yeah, don't they all got arrested at the end, right?
Yeah, they all did, and then Chopper and Hera were just like, I'm gonna go.
I was gonna say, because still brought this as a bizarre, but the Imperial guy was actually very intelligent when he was like, oh, you know, we should probably surrender so we don't all fucking die.
Yeah.
Instead of just be like, I'm gonna fight him and death.
What was his
that
name?
actually means
Hauser?
nothing.
Is he like not over 66?
I don't think so. Me and Stu were saying he seems too nice.
I know. I like his haircut. Dude's got the most drip in the galaxy.
Yeah.
I love like.
I hope we do actually get an explanation to that.
Yeah, or if no, he just like, you know how Vaughn was in Secret Mandalore and just died. He just.
He's just not in it anymore. Like, he doesn't even get reference.
Yeah, he's just left the show. Then they'll make a comic book about him, and then he'll appear in another season of Bad Batch and make that whole comic not canon again. You know, basic shit.
But yeah, basic retconning.
You know. Oh, I did dig Omega and Hera speaking, which it's weird to even think that Omega and little girl Hera were speaking. You know, it's not weird and all.
I remember.
Yeah.
During this, me started watching it. I went, oh no. Because I got so worried, because I realised in that moment, well, at least my brain thought that Omega looked like Ezra's mum, and I had to Google an image of Ezra's mum, and I saw the image of her, and I was like, oh, thank God, they look nothing alike.
Could you imagine? No, it'd be weird if, like, so what do you do? And Mego's just like, oh, I'm pregnant. Just
She's like, what?
excuse me. Oh.
Doesn't make any sense.
Oh, yeah, the Bad Batch in this episode, you know, like, I was fine with them, like, just there, just not focusing on other stuff. Like, they were focusing...
Did the uncle and the other Twilight not question the Bad Batch, who are clearly clones? Like, they've been occupied by a clone force.
Yeah.
And now they're getting weapons from another clone force?
Yeah.
You think you'd be a bit like, maybe I shouldn't trust you.
Yeah. I get what you mean.
Also, is a dumb thought. Because he puts the tracker on the ship.
And then doesn't track them.
Yeah. He tracks them. He presumably knew they went to the Bad Batch because he tracked them there.
Yeah.
And they got the weapons. Why didn't he fucking follow them? The Bad Batch was right there.
You could literally kill two birds with one stone right there, my dude.
Yeah. It's even like the fact that I know people are going to be like, well, he didn't know the Bad Batch were actually there. He didn't see it. And that's the point of a tracker, though.
Yeah.
To track where they're going to see who they're talking to.
Yeah. So they only used the tracker when they were landing, and that's where they were going to be anyways.
Yeah.
Honestly. But I did think this episode was... It was, like, the stuff to do with her on her perspective I thought was pretty good. To be fair, it's not, like, an amazing episode. It's got a lot of just issues and just, like, why did this happen, and it's just...
It's missed out on a lot of development for the main characters, as well as whatever's going on Camino.
Yeah, to be honest with you. It's got too much going on now.
Yeah. I think the stuff that it was developing with the Camino, or with the Kaminoans, like, wanting to get Omega back, and then also, like, a possible clone rebellion coming, I feel like should be led up to a bit more.
Yeah.
Like, right now, if they just randomly choose, oh yes, look, stormtroopers, I'm going to be like, well, this had no development, did it?
Yeah.
You just kind of, like, said one thing in one episode, and all of a sudden it's here in the next.
Yeah.
And I prefer stories that are fleshed out, instead of just, oh, this thing happened, and now another thing has happened.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, forget about all the storyline, it doesn't matter.
I did actually, what was I gonna... Oh, shit, titties, what was I gonna say? I did dig the start with, like, all, like, the speeches and stuff, and there's, like, people, like, the political people of Ryloth, they're just like, oh, well, he listens to him, and... You know what I mean? I can't really...
Oh, yeah, I get you.
Yeah, it's just, it's just, I don't know, it's an episode where it's just, like,
they have they have an interesting premise, but I don't feel like they execute it well or go far with it.
Yeah.
Going back to the Laxus one, it's an interesting thing, like, a clash of ideologies is always interesting, especially if it's a not black and white situation, if it's, like, morally grey, and it's technically not a right answer, and both sides have, like, shed innocent blood, but they just didn't explore it. At no point did it get explored.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks even more because the description of that episode even says there's a clash of ideologies, which doesn't happen. It's just, just a character mentioning, oh, I don't like separatists.
Yeah.
It's not a clash of ideologies.
It was good, but it was a bit bland in places. It was just, there was some good confrontations, there was a good few speaking bits, but it was just sort of, you knew what was going to happen.
In the end, it just came off as very simplistic.
Yeah. Plus, right, think about it, if you take this episode...
No, which one?
No, this episode right here, and it doesn't really connect to any of the other ones.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's... While that's sort of fine, it's at the same time, it's like, well, we're running out of episodes here, we need to, you know, progress our main heroes. There's something... Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, I feel like for some reason I feel the need to connect everything now.
Yeah.
And I don't think they do. Like, I don't think you need all this big interconnectivity into something.
No. So, yeah.
You just don't. Just tell separate stories. Like, I've been thinking of an idea of, like, I don't know how it would go about, but it'd be cool to just have, like, a Star Wars TV show, but it's just about exploring the galaxy, like an Indiana Jones type adventure thing.
Yeah.
That's just not connected to the bigger story and just about an individual group of characters.
Pretty cool, to be fair.
Yeah, and it doesn't also come with the expectation of, oh, this needs to connect to something. It needs to explain a plot hole in any of the movies or TV shows. It's just a fun story, not connected to anything, and it's just there to tell a simple Star Wars story about just a few, civilians in the galaxy, instead of all these high and mighty important characters that aren't that important because they're not in the movies.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's just, I don't want to sound stupid, but this episode was decent, but I just can't put my finger on the things I don't like about it. You know, it's just sort of just, a bit, like...
I think what it is that it wasn't that the episode was atrociously bad or bad. I think what's happened is our love for the show has been dwindling so much based on stuff we haven't liked in previous episodes that we've spoken about before, and because of that, this episode comes across as like another bad episode.
I'm gonna give you that, to be fair. Yeah. It's
kind of we're kind of biased in what we haven't liked about the previous episodes, and that's kind of follows through onto here.
It's a good point. Imagine if this episode was episode 2, we'd be like, oh, this is a good 9 out of 10 solid episode. Because it's
that's the problem. They're doing it at the wrong point. They're doing it when like the plot's in full motion, and then they're taking a massive break from it.
Yeah.
Like, the thing with Clone Wars is, it didn't really have an overarching plot in the season.
It didn't need to, really.
Yeah. This does. Like, you've got the plot of the Empire chasing the Bad Batch. The Kaminoans want the Empire back. Well, not the Empire, they want the, fucking little bitch back. Omega, that's her name.
Yeah.
They want her back, and then you also have, bounty hunters are turning up to take Omega. When it's all, we're telling stories about the Bad Batch technically bounty hunting?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, where's the Empire gone?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, if it wants to see some bounty hunter stuff, I can go watch plenty of Clone Wars. I can go watch Mandalorian. I can go watch anything.
Or just create a bounty hunter show.
The thing is, the characters were set up to be likable in season 7, right? I really dug their arc. I really did enjoy their arc in Clone Wars, right? But this show is basically go through more about them, their feelings, their emotions, but they just spent this episode of them doing tasks and mini adventures, which it's basically the same...
They're going on, a side quest, essentially. It's like in Fallout with Skyrim.
Yeah. The same...
You do the main quest, and then you do a side quest, but the side quest isn't as good as the main quest, because they don't put as much effort into it.
The thing that sucks is that the state of mind and the journey of our characters now are in pretty much the exact same place we first saw them in season 7.
I completely agree.
You agree with that, yeah?
Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
Like, Ahsoka changed a lot.
Rex changed a lot.
So, yeah. And I know people are going to say, well, those are seasons apart, and I still think, I don't think it's a pass. Like, if like you saying how this might just be a one and done season, then they can't afford to not give them character development.
Yeah, I mean, surely the show's creators, you'd make character development for your characters. You'd want to have enough passion to give people to care about these characters. Very minimal things have been done. The thing is, we'd be so excited at the very start of the season, and if there's a little tiny bit of dialogue about something, we'd be like, oh my god, so-and-so said the small little bit of dialogue about that one thing ages ago, that's really good character development. But that was
because they actually turn it into something for the show as well.
Yeah, but now it's just, if they say a little line about something, if they say a little line about something, it's not, I'm not going to be, oh, that's character development, I'm going to be like, they just spoke about that. You know, give me...
Like, I still don't understand, what the fuck is Echo's feelings on 5?
I know. Just...
like, he mentioned it, and then we didn't do anything with it. And they're like, that was his brother he'd known from birth.
Yeah.
And you're telling me, because he's going to get his, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't really say anything on it. He doesn't explain how he felt about it.
Sad is that, you get Star Wars characters like, say Anakin, for example, right? He's got a really great arc, and you've got characters like C-3PO who everyone loves, but they don't have an arc, do they? They're just there to, people like them. And that's basically what the Bad Batch are going to be now. They're not there to have a really good arc, they're there to be like, oh, cool, so-and-so's there.
Again, with C-3PO as well, I feel like it's okay for him to not have a character arc.
Yeah.
Because he's not a focus point of the story.
Yeah.
You know? Like Han, Luke, Leia, Chewbacca, kind of.
Yeah.
Anakin, Padme, Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Even Ahsoka and Rex. They're focuses of the story. 3PO isn't.
Yeah.
And R2 isn't. I mean, you can't really give character development to R2, to be honest. But,
yeah.
but, yeah. It's just, these are the characters we've gotten. Nothing's really changed with them.
It's difficult
kind of just meh.
It's difficult to pinpoint things about the show when not a lot happens.
Thing is as well is that it's an ensemble cast, and typically in an ensemble cast, each character is meant to be at the same level, you know?
Yeah.
Not one character is meant to outshine the other.
Yeah.
Each character kind of have a dedicated episode to them, but that's about it. Like, no character should be outshadowed or kind of like above everyone else, whilst the others get left in the dirt.
Yeah.
Like, for example, one of the problems with Titans, the DC show that used to be on DC Universe, when on HBO Max, is it kind of singles out Nightwing as the head honcho, which isn't a bad idea on paper, but when he's like on an ensemble cast called the Titans, which is team-based, it kind of gets a bit ridiculous when the finale of season 1 is called Dick Grayson and only has him in it.
Yeah.
And it's only about him.
Okay,
and not the Titans.
It's like if Guardians of the Galaxy, they're a big ensemble cast. You know, no one's really the main, and everyone gets development in literally, like, space of about 2 hours, an hour and a half?
Yeah. That's not to say that they can't have a main character, though. Like, obviously, Hunter is, like, kind of the main character.
Yeah. It's like Rex.
But even in Guardians of the Galaxy, even in Guardians of the Galaxy, Peter Quill is the main character.
Yeah.
But none of the other characters get shoved aside for that.
Yeah.
Like, the main plot of Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Oh, it's, Yondu. It starts off with Yondu. Well, not Yondu. It starts off with Peter on Earth. His family, what he was going through.
Yeah.
Then it begins with him as an adult, getting the, Infinity Stone. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, it's about his dad. His dad's the main villain. But the other characters don't feel shafted because of this.
Yeah.
They still feel like they're important to the plot and the characters.
Completely agree with you there. I completely agree with you. So, by the way, this is a side thing. Speaking of Marvel, breaking news: Marvel's What If Spider-Man spin-off series is in the works for Disney Plus. What?
Spider-Man?
Yeah, they're doing a What If series based on just Spider-Man soon.
Huh. I wonder if there'll be any continuations of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Since they can technically do that.
How about make an episode, What If Spider-Man Twitter fans stop bitching? I'd love to see that episode.
That'd be a good one.
That'd be a flipping darn good episode. Oh, give me that, please. But just...
What if? If it's just What If episode about Twitter not existing.
Oh, no.
I think that'd be better.
No, but what if they do some dumb shit like, what if Spider-Man couldn't climb up walls, he could jog up walls?
Oh, that'd be... No. Well, he does that anyway.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see where that goes, but just Bad Batch. I'm not going to say it's awful. I'm just going to say it's
mediocre.
It's painfully average.
At this point in the show, I will not be running back to, like, the show when it's over. I won't be, like, thinking about wanting to watch it, like, I really want to watch Bad Batch right now.
Yeah.
I'll probably just be like, oh, there's nothing else to watch, might as well watch Bad Batch.
Yeah, that's literally me. If this continues, I don't think I'll ever watch this again.
Yeah,
and that's sad to say.
I might rewatch some episodes, but not the whole season.
Yeah, and maybe I can recall about 3 episodes that I'd mainly want to go back and rewatch, but in terms of the whole series, I don't think I'd want to do that. Clone Wars, you can do different arcs, which is basically, that's a rewatch of stuff, but not individual episodes.
They're like mini Star Wars movies in that case.
Yeah.
Like, even when I went on my own Clone Wars rewatch, I skipped out some episodes, and even one arc that I didn't particularly enjoy, because I just didn't find it all that interesting or fun to watch.
Yeah.
This, I'm sad to say, is the majority of the episodes that I don't want to rewatch.
Why is the pacing awful? Why is it just...
Yeah.
It's a chore to get through sometimes. We're literally getting, like they're spoon feeding us. Imagine a loaf of bread, right? And the entire bread is the plot. In each episode, they give us crumbs. That's exactly how I feel. That is exactly how I feel.
Give you a little taste of some good shit, and then immediately take it away.
Here's a little bread. Oh, can I have a slice? You can lick a bit of it, but that's all. Wait till next week.
Like, I've not been excited for that all, really.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited. When the first 3 episodes were coming out, I was excited. I was really enjoying what was happening.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then that continued, and my love for it just kind of dwindled.
Yeah.
But like, with other shows like Loki, or Superman and Lois, which I get to watch on the same day.
Yeah, Loki gives you the entire
I'm constantly excited to watch it, because I haven't been disappointed. Like, even if not a lot happens, I'm still happy to watch it just due to the character interactions.
Yeah.
With this, I don't even think there's a character interaction I particularly love or stands out to me.
Yeah, how can you really enjoy a show when it's been set up to be mediocre, and then how are you supposed to get an enjoyment out of the rest of it when the start's not been great? Also, here's another layer to my bread
analogy.
Analogy. Oh, here's your plot today. Here's a few breadcrumbs. Oh, thanks. It's not a lot, but I've forgotten the taste now. Can I? No, you gotta wait till next week. And what I mean by that is that you watch an episode and you sort of forget about it.
Yeah. It's like, earlier when we started, you were talking about episode 10, and I was like, what happened to that episode again? Because I was just like, I forgot. Yeah. It's like, usually, I'm able to remember stuff that happens in specific episodes. Like the first 3 episodes of Bad Batch, for example.
Yeah.
I can remember what happened in each episode. Not like what I mean by that is, I don't like get confused on when something in an episode happens. Like, something happens in episode 2, I don't confuse that for episode 1 or 3. I specifically remember it being in episode 2. But with this, I forgot what the entire episode was about.
I can't even remember half the stuff that happens sometimes, even though I literally rewatched one of the episodes literally 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
You know, it's not good, man.
Shame.
You know. But yeah, I think, because sometimes when I do casts with you, I've got to go back and rewatch an episode, right? With Loki, I want to go back and rewatch it, because
with this, I feel like I need to do it.
Yeah, I need to do it just so I remember stuff, but with Loki, I remember a lot of stuff that I really liked, and a lot of pointers. With Bad Batch, it's just, I need to find things to talk about.
Yeah, and with Loki as well, that show is, chaotic as well. But I can still remember each individual thing that happened in each episode.
Yeah.
I don't get confused. I'm not like, well, this was lackluster. I'm just like, well, that was fucking awesome. And each episode, I'm not like, oh, right, that's where they're ending it. I'm not satisfied with what happened. I'm just kind of like, oh, that's a good way to end it. I want to see more, but I don't feel like I'm fucking being kicked in the balls and shot in the mouth because I'm not getting to see what happens next.
Yeah. I get what you mean. It's just, I feel like I'm not gonna say I'm not excited to do these casts. It's just, Bad Batch, yeah. I'm not like I don't enjoy talking about it. It's just, literally anything else. It's like I want to continue these just because I've got to wrap up Bad Batch.
Yeah.
It's sad.
I was even considering earlier asking if we should just wait for the series to be over and then do the entire thing about it. But I was like, nah, probably not.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be a good idea. Might as well.
We might as well just do we'll do 2 Bad Batch episodes in one, because I feel like if we just did 1 Bad Batch episode, it'd be 50 minutes of just, I don't know.
Unless next week's episode is really good.
Oh yeah.
And we do want to talk about it. But if it's just okay, that's another mediocre episode, we'll probably wait until the next one to talk about that.
Yeah.
See if any loose plot threads get picked up in it.
Yeah.
Which is actually why I wanted to do 2 for this podcast. Because I was there nothing really got explored in the Raxus one. But I was there maybe they'll explore some of the plot threads, the clashing ideologies in the next episode. And they didn't.
Yeah.
So now I can firmly say that I did not like that episode.
Yeah, I get it. I exactly understand what you mean. Yeah, but, this week, I'm excited for the rest of our cast this week. If you guys don't know, we'll be doing Loki pretty much the day or a few days after the finale comes out, which I'm absolutely pumped for. This series has been incredible so far.
But it's tomorrow as well.
Dude.
Oh, dude.
Right? No,
I'm so excited.
dude, it's... Okay, the thing is with Bad Batch, it's just, I know it's tomorrow, but it's at the back of my mind. I'd wake up and I'd brush my teeth, I'm about to go out, and I'd be like, oh, Bad Batch is out, yeah, I'll watch it on the bus, or I'll watch it when I get home. Loki, the night before, I cannot sleep. That's all I'm thinking about.
I'm like a child on Christmas Eve. You know, I'm really fucking excited.
No, dude, genuinely, right? You had no idea how excited I was after just, like, the first episode I was really enjoying that. But after the second episode, that was really good. After Lamentus, I was like, dude, that was like Blade Runner. It's Marvel. That was an amazing episode. And then after episodes 4 and credits here, it's just, I can't wait. Oh my god.
They've been good shit each time.
It's been fantastic.
Nothing feels like a cop-out.
Dude, I couldn't sleep last night, and I woke up. I know you're not supposed to go on your phone. You're supposed to go back to sleep and just try and sleep. I went on my phone and was watching Loki theories for a good 40 minutes. That's why I'm so tired today.
When I wake up in the middle of the night, I just turn my Xbox back on, watch YouTube, and then go back to sleep during the day. I sleep.
That's probably not sleep during the day, but I get what you mean.
I do.
Yeah, you're like... Yeah.
I sleep under tables if I want. I can do this.
You honestly do. I've seen you sleep under tables and no one knows you're there. No, it's weird because no one else comments on it, and I'm the only one who do it. And I feel like I got some sort of weird...
You're in like a parallel universe where like that's just common, but you're from another universe where it isn't.
No, I was saying it's one of those things where like I'm the only one who can see this happen. You know.
Yeah.
It's like what if you go like Psycho and start killing a bunch of people, everyone else be like, what's doing this? You're like, you need me for the job just in case you need to find this man. But that's exactly what's going to happen.
You have like a Robert tracker on you.
Yeah.
You can track me through alternate dimensions.
People can literally put me on a stick with some gaffer tape around me and they'd like point me in different directions. I'll be like, beep, 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 beep. He's bad at chocolate cake. He's bad at chocolate cake. Go get him, he's there, stuff in his face.
It's just hard to miss that. He's standing right there.
Fantastic Roberts and Where to Find Them. Please, or someone make that, please.
Oh, I haven't made a movie.
You got any fan
It's just like different variants of me.
It's like, it's just different variants, but they're all freaks. They're all like absolute freaky creatures, like normally with other people. Like, different variants.
Chocolate cake Robert,
there's
stick Robert, chip Robert,
they'll be like,
fucking pancake Robert.
They'll be like,
what's the other one? Pajama bottoms Robert.
Robert. Robert is basically a version of Group where you just go, It's basically you anyways, to be fair, in lesson.
Yeah.
Robert, what are you doing? Yeah, get outside,
That's funny, it's just... Right, going off topic, but going back to our college life, and like, I put my hand up to answer a question, and I give a full detailed answer about what I think, and the teacher will just go, kind of.
No, it's worse with me. It's worse with me because I'm actually passionate about English. Go on, do script writing, and I put my hand up and I go into a big explanation. I'm like, for example, look at this, and I tell the teacher it's all science, and just goes, okay,
yeah,
textbooks. Yeah.
It's just like, oh.
Yeah, God damn.
I remember
rest
in my first year of college.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't know you here, but I was in the back of the class with my friend, and we were playing dead legs, which basically, you know, you punch each other's legs.
Yeah.
And it was in English, but my teacher was talking, and then he asked me the question, and he's like, oh yeah, well, what's the he asked me something about like a verb or something, and then I didn't know what a question was, so I just went, what? And he's like, excellent, good job. And I got the question right.
Really?
Even though I didn't know what I was fucking asked. I was going, what? Because I wasn't paying attention.
Really?
There's a cat outside my house. Hello. He's walking up to my door.
Side note, I hate Antonio, who's one of our old buddies from college. There was a chord which we're doing shapes in maths, right? And it was written down on Antonio's piece of paper, and the teacher was just like, so what part of the circle is this? And I put my hand up because I knew the answer was right next to me. Couldn't for the life of me read his handwriting. It was meant to be chord, and I was like, carrot? Carrot? The teacher was like, did you say carrot? And I'm like, no, carrot? And it's like, no, that's not what it is. And then someone else goes, it's chord. I'm like, yes, thank you. And I'm like, oh, for God's sake, Antonio. I can't read your writing, you stupid Italian bastard.
Is he Italian?
He's human,
I forgot that. that's a
Italian
good
people
point,
don't
yeah.
exist, to be fair. I have seen Luca.
That's a good point. They're created by the Australians,
Uh-huh.
by like the Jadens.
The Jadens. Different
Seriously.
clans.
The Jaden clan, the Antonio clan.
I don't want to be in that clan. The
Sounds
Jaden
awful.
clan, it moans at
The
everything.
Bad Batch clan.
Moans at
Oh,
everything.
this is a Bad Batch cast, wasn't it?
The Bad Batch college class. I don't know what the hell I just
The
said.
Bad Batch college class.
I don't know what the hell I
Great
just
show.
said. I don't know what I just said. Right, you ready to wrap up? I'm gonna go finish my movie.
Yeah. Don't have much else to say.
Well, thank you guys for watching the mediocre batch. Get it? You saw it there.
Mediocre.
It's not bad. It's
Yeah,
not awful.
I get it. It's good. Mediocre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the cast. Welcome the cast. The batch. No, not the
The batch.
Nah, yeah, the batch. You know, it's just very You know.
Just, yeah.
You know when you fart and it's not very impressive. It's just sort of.
Yeah, and it's like,
Yeah, like it doesn't make a
They're
sound.
going
It's
better.
just sort of it doesn't make a smell or a sound. It's just sort of, you know,
just there.
it's just out
very-
lingering. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't make much of an impression, right? On that bombshell, I'm gonna go finish Mortal Kombat the movie. Goodbye, Robert. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, Finn.